Did you ever think about restoring a wooden boat, but you don't know anything about them? So did I. So I bought a book, I bought a boat, and I put it in my pole barn. Welcome to the wooden boat shed. Alright, I'm back to it. So, reminder, I've got no idea what I'm doing. I'm hoping to get these inner planks on, maybe finish these this weekend. So, as I get to the frontier, I've got to use smaller panels so that it bends a bit more easily. I'm hoping that's going to work out. So, first step is to sort of pattern this out. I'm using this paper, which is just that stuff you get to protect the floor when you're decorating from Lowe's or Home Depot. It's a little bit, it's kind of thick paper, but could do with it a bit thicker maybe. So I'm patterning this out first. It's a lot easier to work with the paper, and then if I scrap it, I can throw it, just start again. Make the pattern size, get it roughly right, pretend I know what I'm doing, transfer that to the plywood, and then fit. So cut to the time lapse. All right, quick word on the process I'm using. I don't know if this is right or wrong. I don't know, what would you do? Tell me in the comments. So I got my pattern. I sort of draw all these lines with my pencil across so I can see where the pattern is on the wood. So that leaves me all these little lines. Then I am cutting 1/8 short so I can see all the edges of my lines still. And then I sand up to it. You can see, sand up until there's just a tiny bit of the lines left. There's none there because that was where the tape was, but there, sort of close it up until I'm pretty tight. I'm aiming to be a little bit fit, oversized on the first fit, and then do the final fit onto the boat. I don't know, would you do it differently? Let me know. It's the best I could think of. Okay, last piece. This is where you've put so much effort into something, and I've really got no idea whether it's going to work or not. The problem is that the sheet's kind of difficult to pull down. They're fighting you. So what happens is that as you finally get them down, the shapes are slightly different. So I think what I'm going to have to do is possibly screw all these down in a dry fit and just make sure 100% that they fit. I'm trying not to put too many screws into this new framework, but I guess it is what it is. So that's possibly what I'm going to have to do. Last piece here, so exciting. So here's my process. So start with the paper, make the template first. Just kind of use my finger just to find the edges here, and then start to creep up on that shape. Hopefully I can get this in one. If not, I might have to go two, but we'll see. Shaping, finding the hole. Trying not to rip it. Don't rip. out. It's pretty good, just get the first fold in like that. Then I sort of come in with my pencil. Trying not to rip it with my pencil. Okay, I'm almost, have zero confidence that that's right, but it's a starting point, and then start working from there. Fitting, testing. I'm working on these datum lines that I drew, that's exactly in the middle of the frame. Try and get the edge on there. And then see how it goes. You know what, that's not bad. It's probably actually a little bit small here, which is what you don't want. So, little cheat. If you do that, get a bit of tape and make it bigger. I'm just using my tape to extend my paper a little bit because I've got a bit small. Kind of works much better. I want to get that front corner, it's pretty sharp on that front corner, I want to get it nice and defined. So it's actually easier to do it with tape. So where I went a bit small there, I could just extend it a little bit with the tape just to get some definition. So not too bad. Yeah, a little bit small there, a little bit big here. So I might just tape this a little bit more just to get a bit more. Okay, template down, templating, templating, more definition you want, more lines you've got to put on here, using this way. If I had a marker, I could just, big thick marker, or spray paint, it'd be loads better. I think of spray paint earlier. Could like, it's probably gonna work a lot better. Just, but that means I've got to walk up, find some spray paint. Yeah. Then the lid's not gonna work. Then I'm gonna have to mess around, trying to make the lid work, then it's going to spray in my eyes, then I'm going to be blind, then I'm going to have to go to the ER, then I'm going to come back. Still got no spray paint and just carry on doing this. So I could cut all of that out and just carry on doing this. Like a thick marker would be good. Got a thick marker. Got a hand marker. Maybe. Okay, that's an improvement. Efficiency just went up 25%. Oh, definitely. Okay, scratch the pencil, use a marker. It's way faster. Yes. I'm just sort of colouring the edge in, and the pattern is masking it. Why didn't I just do this in the first place? So like I was saying, you really want to use a marker for this. Only idiots use pencils. It's way faster with a marker, and then you can just... So like I mentioned, I've been using little oscillating saw for this, because I don't want to rip these plies off, you know, by cutting against the plies here, like you would with a jigsaw blade. Or with a circular saw that's just going to rip the plies. So by using this, I can just, instead of be cutting against the plies, I can angle this over, and I'm kind of cutting diagonally across them. Gives me a decent finish. Really minimises the splinters, give me a decent edge, even when I'm just rough cutting like this. Okay, so start to creep up on it now. Obviously I'm working to the inside of this line, which is weird, but I'm going to come to the outside first, and then I'll probably use my belt sander just to creep up on it. Clamping. fitting. So if my tongue's dropping in frame, I apologise. Why does your tongue come out when you cut in wood? I think it'd be like a self-protection mechanism to not have your tongue come out. So there we go. I've roughed it out, leaving the black line. Obviously I'm coming to the inside of the line on here. So now I can start to creep up on that with the belt sander. Too much about that because that's the butt joint up to the other sheet, so I'll leave plenty on there, but I'm going to try and get this bottom side. This is probably chine side, yeah, get this chine side close. Dokie. There we go. So I've probably come up pretty close, maybe 16th I've left. 16th all the way around. So obviously this will fit perfect. Not. So there you go, last one. Feel like I pretty much got it. Pretty tight there. Not a bad fit. Do have to just trim this in at the end. But that's the port side done. So just repeat for the aft. So starboard, obviously I can use the same patterns, just do a flip flop, and tells me how symmetrical my boat is based off how good I am. And let's just pretend that everything's symmetrical and it's all gonna go. Far out. Yeah. Quarter of an inch out, not bad, I'll take it. That's well within tolerances. I think they used to use thumb width. Is that what I used to say? Yeah, within a thumb. So as long as it's close enough to a thumb, I'm to factory spec. Well, there you go. It went together. As suspected, I had to do a little bit of final fitting, but actually came together really well. Just sort of started from the middle, worked out. Really pleased with how it's come together. To work these little gaps a little bit to get them to go, but pretty pleased with that. So, port side done. Starting to get some curves now. Looking at the front here, you can see a shape. Nice.